Okay, if you have been looking for that one love, your soulmate, the one, guess how you find them? You go and look in the mirror. Okay, I'm gonna start there. Oh my goodness. So I had somebody message me and ask if I had any advice because I'm so positive. They want to be positive and they're in love. They found the one. But anytime that she needed some alone time, it makes him freak out. And he's like, I don't know what to do and I want to stop this. Okay. And so it made me realize how many people are looking for the one. I had to jump on. Let's go on one of my positively random tangents because I just have so much to say about this. I know that the one is you. I know that our soul, our spirit needs to find that unconditional Christ consciousness, one love, source, amplified, God source, whatever you want to call it. Watch my video about it's all the same fish. It's just language that's separating us. And that love. Now let's talk about it. Okay, stay with me. By the end of this, I hope that you'll have a whole new perception and be able to truly, authentically tap into your true, real self-love. Okay, so we're going to go back to childhood. Now, it's before the age of 13, more like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like even maybe little. So when you are playing with your friends, back in the day it was like boys and girls had cooties until a certain age, but you loved playing together and your minds would get creative. Remember? And you're like, let's pretend. Okay, you pretend, we're gonna do this, and pretend we're gonna do that. Do you remember? That's so much fun. It's not really existing, I don't think, as much anymore, but I want you to come back to that memory of that authentic, unconditional, pure love for just that other soul and that joy that it brings you in that exchange. Let's remember that at that age also, you're like having so much fun, but you don't need them. Like you're excited to go home and be with your family or whatever, like you're okay to leave them. So we're going to fast forward now. As society, they have taught us how to absolutely disconnect with ourselves. They never even taught us self-love. Reflect on even what they teach you in school, like happy, mad, sad. 2 of those are negative, and they never touched happy. Now, please leave a comment or a question if somewhere in your school journey that they ever talked about what true authentic happiness even was. Anyhow, so if we don't know ourselves, if we don't know love, if we don't know even what happiness is, how are we supposed to be that first before we can actually connect with the other right soul that's going to provide an equal energy exchange like when we're kids and it's just authentically playing and creating but not needing. Okay, so I'm truly into the philosophy of like 2 different sprockets. I gotta hold this maybe like that for a second. It's like sprockets, okay? But you're 2 separate wheels and you come together, not this, not smother. So what I feel like society has taught us to do is smother each other. I wonder if the divorce rates have anything to do with falling in love with something that's superficial other than that authentic soul connection, being friends, right? It's taught like, ooh, you look good, or I like this about you, or I see potential in you and I feel like I could help you change to what I want or whatever, right? But I'm gonna jump back into what I was asked, like how his expression, his comment was, when she wants alone time, he feels so upset about it. Okay, so let's digest this. If you've seen my other video at night with the twinkle lights and my rooster, Okay, if you're going to get upset about somebody needing some alone time, then we have to look at the roots. We have to look at the roots of what would cause that kind of stress, because there's got to maybe be an abandonment issue, where it's not your fault, but somewhere along the way as a kid, maybe, like, and so you get scared, and communication is so key. Like, what is wrong with communicating? Here's what I need in this moment. Like, can you reassure me that everything is okay? But I also talked to him about and shared the importance of self-regulation and self-love. And I was like, what are you eating to ensure that you're regulating your central nervous system? Are you drinking any water? Are you able to look at, like, okay, what do I need to believe about this in order for it to be true? Like, are you believing that you're being abandoned? Are you believing that that's a psych, that they don't love you anymore? And then you have to look at, okay, well, where does that come from? And is it real? And if it's not, can you let it go? But then you also have to know how to self-regulate yourself in that moment. And so he said that his diet absolutely was out of whack, that he was feeling depressed, and that he was lethargic, and he doesn't, and so all of those factors lead up to this, like, ripple effect and this momentum that just keeps you down, and it doesn't take much. And if you do not have the ability to be alone and truly enjoy that time and understand that others need that time, then there's some work to do. It's nobody's fault. We were all raised and conditioned in these ways because we don't know love, and we have to learn it, and it starts with self. But we're also taught not to be able to handle being alone or in silence. They've given us a device that we always have something to distract ourselves from ever sitting and feeling and thinking about this stuff, so that we can digest it, get to the root, heal, and truly know authentic self-love that then can pour out. So I'm finding that what happens is that if you're looking for the one, then you have to ask yourself, like, what are you looking for in someone else? Because often it's maybe the things you don't have yet, like, I want someone who's really, really confident, and just shows me, okay, then you want to be confident. That list that you're writing about what you're looking for in someone else is actually all the things that you want in you. And so you have to be those things first, and then imagine finding that equal recipient. Because unfortunately, if we are looking for things in someone else and we're hoping that they're going to fulfill it, they never can, and they never will, and it's not their job. And that's why I think so many relationships fall apart, because there's these high expectations on the partner. Like, I need you to be my comfort. I need you to be this and that and the other thing. Well, we can't expect anyone to be anything for us except for an equal reciprocated love, and that we have to respect that they're a soul on their individual sprocket journey and give room for that growth. I also see so many partners, that smothering part, right, where it's like, how can you sleep in the other bed without me? Or how can you go on that trip without me? How can you anything, where it's like, does everything need to be together necessarily? If at the beginning, as your best friends, you decide that, or you have that unconditional love and ability to allow each other to be authentic souls. Meaning that if at any point that unique soul that you are decides it needs change, or decides that it needs more love and support, or whatever it is, that you're able to express that, communicate that, share that. And if that best friend, that love, is equal and reciprocated, then it should be easy to say, absolutely, I'm your best friend, go for it. Because this always made me, this is so interesting too. Okay, really? Hang in there. Let's talk about the difference between the words we use and the context that it can create. This blows my mind. Okay, I want you to picture when you're dating someone, right? And they said they would call and they didn't. Whoo! Do we flip? Do you get all like, what the heck? And you're so upset, and you take it personally. Let's look at why there's a root there of something insecure within yourself. Because, so then the next day maybe they call you and you're like, what? Why didn't you? And they'll have a valid excuse, let's say, right? Like, I fell asleep, or I just worked 13 hours and whatever. Anyways, whatever the reason is. Here's the difference. Ready for it? Now, let's imagine that exact same scenario is with your best friend. And you're hanging out. Oh, okay, I'm going to give you a call tonight, right? They don't call. Isn't it interesting how just that term, because it's now a best friend and not the partner, that maybe we we're okay with it? That we just like, oh, they must have got busy. I'll talk to them tomorrow. You're just okay with it? Is it possible? Does that happen to you? Leave a comment, leave a question, and subscribe. But isn't this true? Isn't this true? I'm going to take it to another level. Ready for this? Okay. So the best friend then gets to you the next day and you're like, no worries, buddy. Totally understand. I was thinking exactly that you fell asleep. Okay. Fast forward. Now you're married. Holy cow, I can't believe the difference. Why? What happens? How come? What did society do? Interesting. Right? Smother, lockdown. What happens where all of a sudden now it's like, almost, in personal opinion, but like, I own you? And it becomes those scenarios I was talking about. Like, how could you do that without me? And how could you, right? If you add that to a mix to like two broken sprockets and both trying to like fulfill each other and you can't because you're not full inside, and nothing ever that your partner can do is ever really going to fulfill you unless you can fulfill yourself first. Please know that this is a factual fact. I think so. Because really, let's think about and reflect. I love always talking to people. And any senior couple that's been together for 50, 60 years, arranged marriages that have been together, guess what they all say? They were friends first. They learned to love and respect each other unconditionally, which means whatever each other needed, they were gonna do whatever they could to support that journey. And they always needed to be on the same page. I hear them say that a lot, right? Communication. You're not gonna hear one successful long-term couple ever say that the most important thing is communication. And unfortunately, let's reflect, again, not our fault, not taught, and conditioned to, don't express yourself, suck it up, fake it. How you doing? Great, even if you're not. You don't want to show weakness. They call everything that is a natural human emotion that we're supposed to express and release, or it causes dis-ease. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, I wonder why. They don't want us to know this. So, you need to know this. It's important and it's a must, and it's mandatory to be able to truly, authentically express yourself. Okay, I just had this thought come to mind. I want you to, can you tell me if you've ever experienced this, where you're so comfortable, okay, maybe you haven't like showered in 2 days, you're in like your comfiest pajamas, and you're around someone that you're so comfortable with that you could be like laying on the couch and just being like, you're so truthful and you feel gross, but you're loved, and you're going, oh, whatever, and they're just like lift your leg and fart, and they just laugh and love you. Have you experienced that kind of authentic love where you can truly be yourself? Here's what I want for the world, and here's what I feel like we're all shifting to: the ability to do that daily. And the right ones are going to laugh and love you, and the rest are going to fall away. How about we let that happen? Wouldn't that be a great new world where we all just love each other and laugh and live and let live and be positive and supportive of each other and know that we're all on an individual soul journey and that there's no need to need each other if we fill ourselves up first and then have that equal energy exchange? Let me know if this resonates, because can you share with me a comment, a question? Like, this really helps me come up with content, because I'm full of theories and positively random thoughts. They're what I think I know today until I learn something new tomorrow. And I just want to inspire and educate and motivate new perceptions and new ideas and because as we do this, we shift into a whole new you, and this creates the whole new world. I love you. Wishing everyone so much love and light. Did I cover everything that I was feeling I needed to cover? I hope so. Again, let me know. Did this resonate? Can you relate? Where are you at on your finding the one? Are you looking in the mirror? Did I do that part yet? You have to go look in the mirror. This is Louise Hay. Again, I've talked about Louise Hay's Heal Your Body with other stuff. But she also has a book on mirror work. And you're supposed to look in the mirror. Is this showing my reflection? Yeah. Look in the mirror and truly say, I love you to you. Look in your own eyes. Can you do that? Oh my gosh, it was so funny. The first time I did this, I looked in the mirror and I literally was like this. I'm going to look at the camera at myself. I was like, you. Love you. Like, okay, so what you're supposed to do now is think about your child, your dog, your best friend. Okay, that love, like when you think of them and in everything in you just like vibrates with the highest love and above frequency. And you're just like, I love, 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 love them. You got to be able to look into your own eyes and say it like that. Feel it like that. Whoo, that takes some time. Again, not taught. So learn. Start today. Looking in that mirror every time you walk by a reflection of yourself. I love you. I love you. You're doing so great, kiddo. Like, be your own best friend. Be the parent you never had. Do whatever you've got to do to recondition yourself now to truly embrace that unconditional love that you were born with. You are one love. The entire universe and source energy. Embrace that. And that's why I'm always saying shine, like you want to get to there. Shine, like love, 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 love. That's what I'm trying to say. Like rise, meaning work on all of this so that you can get yourself to a place of this love, 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 shining. And that oozes out to other, and you attract the right ones. You ain't going to have to even try and find the one. If you are destined to find the one, just know, first you got to fill you up. When you're overflowing and then you start to go out into the world with that vibe, the right one will come. I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will find me. Use that. What's meant for me will find me. I don't chase, I attract. I don't chase, I attract. Get there. You're so full. You're like, I don't need nothing, but you'd compliment me. Is that a little different? That's an unconditional love. And I'd love to compliment you. Equal energy exchange, right? Where alone isn't lonely, and it's just all about unconditional one love. And when we have that for ourselves, and then it oozes out to others, then it oozes out to the world, and it's an incredible ripple effect that creates this incredible collective consciousness and change. Do you hear the pitter-patter of the raindrops? Aw, yay. You know what? When it rains, get outside and stand in it, because it actually cleanses your entire aura and energy and everything. And embrace yourself and love and light. Rise up, Shine bright. Don't let anybody take your light. Love you. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you, all of my soul family subscribers. Thank you so much for being here and commenting and questioning, all the things that keep this channel going. Like, do you know that if you click like and leave a comment, it's not even about subscribers. Apparently, I'm doing my research as always. I got to keep learning. It's watch time. It's watch time. You need so many hours for them to even consider putting you in bigger in their algorithm and then even being monetized. I'm like, oh, so please help support me by just watch my stuff, leave a comment, and feed that algorithm so that my love and light can reach more and help us all rise and shine. Because together is how we rise, don't you think? Much love. Thank you.